Welcome to Nerd Alert, everyone. We are going to have a fantastic show this week. I am joined by two of the hosts of the Marvel Movie News. I almost said the wrong name because it did have another name that was confusing and long before, but Marvel Movie News, legit name, with Matt Key and Meredith Placko. Thanks for coming, guys.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for having us
They're
again.
both repeat guests, and I liked them so much the first time that it happened again.
And we liked you enough to come back.
Oh, it worked out great. I want to start this show with addressing something that is obviously a big deal for many nerds. Last Friday, Leonard Nimoy passed at the age of 83. And unfortunately, we weren't able to do a show that day due to specific limitations regarding our current setup at YouTube Space. And obviously, this was a huge moment. And there was a lot of going back and forth, admonishing of William Shatner, what have you. I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on the positive aspects of this man who was able to inspire so many in this, not just sci-fi, but scientifically and as human beings, as outsiders. And I was hoping we could talk about maybe our favorite moments or just particular things that we remember regarding Leonard Nimoy.
Well, for me, Leonard Nimoy in Star Trek was my first introduction into geekdom.
Mm-hmm.
I would, I was a very young child with my father, who is also since passed. We would get up and we would watch old episodes of the original series and Next Generation together. And I remember, seeing Nimoy and Shatner and Takei and everyone on screen, and that's, what kind of got me into the whole, realm that I am, like between that and comics. So I mean, his passing was definitely something felt very deeply in a community and almost on a personal level. And I've had the pleasure to interview Nimoy several times in the past.
How lucky.
He's truly an amazing man. And any chance I got to speak with him, he was always very genuine. He was always very warm and funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I can think about those times and know that, he did live long and he prospered. And I'm very, very proud to have my memories of him.
So there's that very famous saying that he kept almost his whole life. It's in his final tweet, LLAP. And, I was thinking about how he ended up creating so much of the character, including the Vulcan nerve pinch. He was originally supposed to hit someone over the head, like with a blunt object, and he's like, no, that's not Vulcan.
That's not how it
and
works.
Then he created the salute, which, wait, it hurts so much because my ring finger, but okay.
But what's like
this came from his faith.
Yeah.
I trained myself to do this when I was like 5 and I couldn't do it.
It's hard. Yeah. It's
but I trained myself
right
how to do it with both hands.
Yeah, I'm a little
I can't do it
rusty.
on the left at all. It hurts.
But yeah,
right, I can do.
I mean, Nimoy was like one of the first TV characters that I can remember watching and identifying with and being like, oh, okay, there are other dorks in this world.
Well,
okay,
I mean, from his point of view as, a half Vulcan, half human, he looks Vulcan and he is the outsider and he eventually learns to be, have a heart and feel and become more like humans, the people that he's with. And it's kind of an allegory for how a lot of people might have trouble fitting in or finding their own family per se. So I really connected to that.
Yeah. I connected to just it seemed like he was kind of awkward all the time and out of place and like so much more intelligent than everyone else around him that he didn't know how to interact with them. They didn't know how to interact with him. And I mean, at the risk of sounding narcissistic, that's how I felt when I was a kid. I was acing every test without having to study and all these other things. So as a child, I was like, oh, but he's getting along and he's contributing and I can identify with his struggles.
He is the quintessential nerd, really.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
Just the exact, I think a lot of people can feel a lot of their own experiences in him and in that character.
Yeah.
Well, and it's amazing to me how much of the actual science community bonded with him. I know, NASA celebrated him in every aspect possible, and they would, I'd see the LL, live long and prosper sign, given by many NASA during space shuttle flights, and it's just amazing how this one character on this one TV show has shaped many generations.
Yes, and I think a lot of us really felt that way. And over the weekend there were many tributes. Of course, the official memorial. People at Long Beach Comic Expo, which happened over the weekend, took a moment of silence and with the salute, of course. And then we have people in Canada Spockifying their money, which I am all aboard on. It might be illegal, but
I saw something
care.
on comicbook.com earlier today saying that it is officially legal.
Oh, very cool, Canada.
So
I'm on board with you.
We should all move to Canada.
For many reasons. So audience, let us know how you feel and maybe something you remember about Leonard Nimoy. Perhaps Spock inspired you as well below in the comments. And please be sure to subscribe for more. Thank you.